I don't think, to be in fairness to the media, you have portrayed exactly what is going on with separation of taxpayer dollars and personal dollars. And when you have companies that are involved...
Referring to yourself?
Yes, exactly. When you have companies involved that have nothing to do with the county, which is what...
Say that to me again, Jimmy. I interrupted.
When you have companies involved that you hire or do business with personally that have nothing to do with the government you're involved in my particular case, the county, those are not taxpayer dollars involved there. Those are personal dollars. And so I don't think the media has been fair with separating or distinguishing taxpayer contract dollars versus personal dollars that are being used in hiring people to do work for them personally. And I think that maybe it's the confusion that they want to try to create that image in people's minds that something's going on with taxpayer dollars, but in essence, that's what the audit will show if we could get it out. And I keep saying again, it's a Republican initiative, in my opinion, to hold this audit back. Because, and let's face it, if the plain dealer wanted the audit out, like they normally want open records and they want all this public transparency, I have not seen the plain dealer hammer or go after Mary Taylor or Deloitte & Touche for not releasing the audit, which leads me to believe, is the audit showing no problem with the county and the business that we conducted for those calendar years?
Is that your suspicion?
That is my suspicion. And our auditors and people that are involved in the county government have already been told by the auditing firm that the audits are clean and they're good and they show all the bids that were approved are all the lowest and best bids. And that's how we've conducted the business, my colleagues and I, since we've been
tying you and your activity, at least as what has been projected so far, to any of the funny business of bid rigging that was the original big deal, right. You're saying that that connection just ain't there?
Well, those companies aren't there. And again, I ask you, I challenge you, as I've challenged the plain dealer and others, take a look, and they've always failed to mention that anybody in these companies have not done any business with the county. All of these companies that...
We mentioned it the last time. They didn't.
But it needs to be, I think, highlighted that these companies have done no business with our county. They do no dollars. There's no taxpayer dollars involved.
You knew that when you hired them to do the work, right?
Well, that's what I try to do. I try to get companies that when I'm personally going to use them for my own use, I try to get companies or businesses that do no work with the government that I'm involved with. I did that in Bedford Heights, and I do that with the county.
And you also, on your ethics disclosure, said that they did work.
Right, and you have to disclose if they discount you or they give you a gift over $100. I comply with the law. The law doesn't say you have to disclose the dollar amount. The law doesn't say you have to disclose what the project is or what the gift is. You just have to disclose the individual's name. That is Ohio ethics law, which I comply with, and I believe more diligently than any other public official in the entire state of Ohio. I pretty much try to disclose for any type of discounting or any gift that I receive, whatever it may be, the person's name. And if you look at some of those people, maybe they were targeted. I don't know.
Could it come down to just friends cutting another friend a break on work at a home that has nothing to do with the public officials' work as
most of these people are friends, and they do no business with the county. And if they want to give somebody a discount, I think that if we start doing this in less than trying to figure out a selective process and selective people being targeted, if you did this overall, you would see that most people do the same thing. They argue to try to get discounts, whether you're friends with the person that you're doing business with for your personal use, or whether you don't know them. Who doesn't argue to try to get a better price on work being done?
What about the recommendation for the job for the teacher, for instance? Is that tied in?
You know what? All we know is what we get, just like you do.
How many recommendations do you make, though?
Letters?
Yeah.
Well, probably thousands. People I know, people I don't know. We try to help people, whatever it is, get into college, get a job, try to get into homes, leasing, landlords. We try to help people. That's what our job is.
But tying it together into some massive...
Totally ridiculous. It's ridiculous.
You're confident. You think you're going...
Because I've told you from the beginning. You know about allegations and accusations just like I do. I have not done anything wrong, and I contend to say that to this day. And
you gonna come out on top?
We're very confident. Let's just put it that way.
I see a different Jimmy look.
Like I said, Dwayne, I feel that I've done nothing wrong.